Good evening. This is All Sports with LD, coming back at you with another YouTube post from my YouTube channel. Before I get into tonight's content, please like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, so let's get into it. Terrence Crawford accuses Bob Arum of bias favoring white and Latino fighters in a lawsuit against Top Rank. Well, this isn't the first time that fighters have accused Bob Arum of biases. As you all know, this was something that was characterized of him in his highly publicized feud with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. ended up leaving Top Rank, having to pay $750,000 to get out of his contract with Top Rank. And some of the words that he used in the past with dealing with Top Rank and Bob Arum I don't remember exactly the sum offered, but Floyd Mayweather called it a slave contract. And he's used examples of Bob Arum being, in fact, racist. Not only for Mayweather leaving Top Rank, there was also Oscar De La Hoya. Also, you had Teofimo Lopez having some issues with Top Rank. So this isn't the first time boxers have accused Top Rank or Bob Arum of wrongdoing in terms of promoting their career. So let's take a look at the article. Welterweight champion Terrence Crawford filed a lawsuit Wednesday against his former promoter Top Rank in Nevada, alleging racial bias on the part of the company's chairman Bob Arum. The suit alleges that the 90-year-old Arum continues to make racist and bigoted statements and purposefully damage the reputation of black boxers. Crawford, who is black, signed with Top Rank in 2011 and rose to prominence, winning titles in 3 weight classes on his way to worldwide recognition. He's currently ESPN's #1 welterweight and #2 pound-for-pound boxer. The suit also claims that Arum's sordid history with athletes of color, especially black fighters, and his bias favoring white and Latino fighters is well documented and known throughout the boxing world, and that Arum makes no secret of his deep-seated bias against black fighters. I won't read the entire article. I'll link the article in the description. But just reading a little bit, you can tell, as I said earlier before reading this article, this is the only fighter that has alleged Bob Arum has used racist statements and been biased against black fighters specifically in favoring other fighters such as Latino and white fighters. Excuse me. So this gets very interesting because I know one of the things that Terrence Crawford talked about after his fight with Sean Porter, where he announced he was a free agent, he had stated that pretty much why would I re-sign with Top Rank when being part of Top Rank, they couldn't seal the deal and get the fight with Earl Spence. And that is partially true. And your promoter essentially works for you. You're the product. So if you have instructed your promoter to make the fight happen, it is the job of the promoter to pull all strings and make it happen. Now the other part to this is that I think Earl Spence and his team have been very difficult in getting the fight done. I don't believe Earl Spence really wants to fight Crawford. So that on the one hand, I agree with Crawford. I don't think Top Rank and Bob Arum did everything necessary to make sure they can get that fight with Earl Spence. But on the other hand, I believe Earl Spence and the team were running away from this fight, not really wanting to entangle, put Spence in the ring with Crawford. So I think he has a very, very valid case. As the article says, it is well documented of his biased attitude, racist statements against black fighters. So, in my opinion, I think what this does, it also shines the light on more of what Floyd Mayweather was able to do, which was buy himself out of the contract and then promoting his own fights. I think what you're going to start seeing a lot more as fighters become smarter and more adept at the business side of the sport is totally eliminating the need for promoters, because really the promoter is really the middleman. You don't really need a promoter if you understand the business as Floyd Mayweather has shown. You don't need a promoter. So I think what this is going to reveal more than anything, the necessity for all fighters, especially black fighters, learn the business, learn how to promote, learn how to manage. Therefore, you remove the middleman so that you can take home all the money. The other thing I think what this is going to expose without a shadow of a doubt, that Bob Arum has racist tendencies. He is racist. I think this will expose him without a shadow of a doubt. If people don't believe it now, I believe this will put it to rest. I think for the most part that a lot of people really didn't take Floyd Mayweather serious. I think they felt Floyd Mayweather was being difficult. But as you see, he's not the only fighter that has alleged that Bob Arum is biased toward against black fighters. He's made a number of racist statements relating to black fighters. So I think this lawsuit, it will reveal, or it just will put the spotlight on Bob Arum and his company. And I think more fighters, more fans will be able to acknowledge that this has been a long problem, a problem that has been there, but no one's really talked about it. Floyd Mayweather mentioned it when he left Top Rank. Like I said, I don't believe people really took him serious. But now here we are, 2021. We're still talking about the same individual. So I think this is not going to go away. I wouldn't be surprised if other fighters show up in the case as a witness against Bob Arum in Top Rank. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So I think this is really going to solidify finally the bad reputation and bad character of Bob Arum. And I think he may not rebound from this. I think you can really say in all possibility, this may end up forcing him to retire. I mean, think about it. He's up in age. I think he's close to 90. If he not is 90, but I think the heat that this case may generate for him may force him to retire from promoting boxing altogether. And if it is true that these allegations prove that Bob Arum is indeed racist, and he has used racist statements against black fighters, and he's been biased against black fighters. This needs to change. This is a beautiful sport. Many of the men, past, present, and future, that have given their life to this sport, to have it dirtied by these type of characters in the boxing world. The boxing world needs to take a stand. There is no room for this kind of behavior any longer. This cannot be the status quo any longer. People need to stand up, take sides, hold people accountable. And hopefully, maybe this will force other things that's in the dark into the light, because this can't go on. And this sport has saved many men's lives. It has propelled them to greatness. It has propelled them to riches. It has propelled them to fame. It has done a lot of good in communities. It has changed the lives of family. It has brought happiness to many fans around the world. It's time for the fans, the promoters, the managers, the boxers, everyone to stand up to root out racism. This can no longer stand in this sport. So we will see what happens, whether or not this is a slam dunk and it proves that Top Rank and Bob are indeed racist against black fighters. We'll see what comes of this. For now, this is what I have. Have a good one.